I'm very specific about where I put my tools. Because I am indeed a tool. Oh, Dylan, you are funny. So what I'm hoping to do in this little video series is I'm hoping, put that there, hoping to kind of make a little, you know, mining kind of thing, because I always enjoyed that more about the actual game than anything else. I'm sure you guys kind of figured that out when watching it, because I always indeed enjoyed going down into the depths of darkness and hoping to not die by a creeper, but I think you guys did enjoy me dying, because I'm a pro at dying. I have very good skills when it comes to dying, per se. I die rather fast. I don't know why. It's true in any game, except for the games I'm good at, which is not very many. And we indeed unearthed some coal. So we are in a lucky spot today. We have some coal. We have our little crappy stone. And okay. So honestly, when you play this game and you get to say diamond, you're like, oh my god, I have found the most amazing thing ever. And you get used to how fast it destroys blocks. Well, I actually haven't really played Minecraft in that kind of state in a while, so I am not suffering any withdrawals from not having a crystal pick, so I think that's good. I think that's a good thing indeed. And just in case you guys are wondering, are you going to use that INV edit thing? And I still... Here's a tip, don't dig down. I dug down once, and I did indeed fall into a giant vat of lava, and I lost everything that I had. I cried, I weeped, I watched Twilight. It was a sad Friday night. So I'm kind of curious whether or not any monsters attacking us. Because we saw the creeper in basically daylight. I guess I scared them off with my supreme ability of destroying people. Yes. Oh. Okay, we need to cover this up. Because, quite frankly, I am going to keep falling into it. And I don't really feel like falling into the giant hole. So... I guess we can start digging this away. I need to craft one of them god dang watches. Although I think I'm gonna have to go to hell. And this time, if you guys do enjoy this, that is, you will be able to see me create a hell portal. Because last time, I'm not gonna lie, I cheated. I didn't feel like mining obsidian, so I just spawned it. Sure, there's someone sitting there going, I knew it! I knew he didn't actually put time and work into making that. Nah, I didn't. So, I've been seeing a lot of updates to Minecraft lately, and I don't know what any of them do, because I'm one of those people that if the patch notes are not right in front of me, I'm not going to check. That's kind of the good thing about WoW, is because when it's updating, you're kind of, you know, it's like right there. It's like, well, here's the patch notes. And I'm like, well, I'm glad they're there, because if they weren't, I probably would never find them. I feel like that kid who got back from the dentist, what was his name, David? Now that kid knew what was poppin'. Oh, I love that video. That's a funny one. Although it does indeed remind me of my 2007 escapades on the tubes. Very bad escapade. You're probably wondering, Banana Pie Lord, when are you going to show your bad escapades? And I am not going to show my bad escapades, because for one, they're indeed bad escapades. Am I the only one? But when you find a word that just sounds right, you keep saying it. I do that all the time. So actually, I want to go one more little layer back. This is gonna be, or so it's going to be in my mind, this is going to be our little mining into the shaft underground dungeon lurking zombie room. I know, I just blew your mind right there, so we're gonna have that, and then I would say say about right here would be good. And, oh, okay. Luckily, I have a lot of wood. A very long and hard wood that will last quite a while because it is indeed so long and so hard. I think that will be good. And into the depths we go, or have yet to go, but we're about to go down there. So I think if we do this, to be honest, I'm not very good at this game. This game is more along the lines of, hey, use your creativity, and I'm like, creativity? What is that? I can't build things. It's just like whenever I would play The Sims, I was always very terrible at making my house. I usually just ended up buying an empty lot and making a tiny little square. That way I would save money, and then I could buy pointless stuff, like in Sims 3. Oh, we already happened upon something. Oh, this is cool. We found like a little well. Oh man, this is cool. Actually, let's open this area up a little bit more. This was going to be the mining world, but I think that changed. I think we're gonna call this Mr. Hot Tub Sauna. Hot Tub Sauna will be the place that we come to relax. And every time that I've always seen, you know, something like that, whenever I would play games too much when I was younger, there would always be like something like, I don't know, food or a bed or something, and I'd be absolutely tired while playing that game, but I'm like, I love this game so much, I have to keep playing it. And I was just like, I wish that when I laid my character down on that bed, I would magically start to rest up. And I know what you're thinking, you are an insane nerd. Now, I completely agree to these terms because it is indeed true. But I always thought that would be super cool, and I had this one idea when I was just a young wee lad. Put you right there. That I wanted to create this kind of console where it was kind of like the Virtual Boy, I guess you could say, except it doesn't suck. Basically, you have this chair. Yeah, I'm sure most of you have seen those like nerdy gaming chairs. I actually used to have one of those. I don't know if I want to exactly tell everyone, but I used to have one of those. And a cool idea I had was that you strap yourself into one of those chairs, you put on this helmet, right? And then actually we need to go over one. You put on this helmet, you strap yourself in, you kind of have these gloves on and stuff, and then you can go into whatever game you're playing. And the game I had specifically in mind was my favorite game when I was but a child. It was the Banjo-Kazooie series. I thought that would be so cool to actually, you know, literally take his kind of form and play around. I thought that would be super cool, and so I always wanted to create that when I was little. And then when I got older, I kind of realized that creating something like that is indeed going to be a lot more difficult than I thought, so those dreams kind of went away. But I always thought that would be super cool, and we have a cool little like sauna. I like this. I was not expecting to find something like this, but we did indeed. Now that we have that, it is an O. We have a little guest. I will call you James. James the Hobgoblin. Oh, actually Spider-Man. He's kind of red and black, so I see mushrooms. Oh, you can't get me, but I can indeed hit you. And now he's trying to freak me out. It's kind of like when you play a first-person shooter and then this guy runs around the corner and you're like... Or more specifically, when you play Team Fortress 2 and there's a pyro and you're like, oh, noob playing as a pyro, I'm gonna go and own you, and then you run over there and he runs behind a corner and you're like, oh man, you're so dead. And then you run past him because you weren't looking and he has the back burner and then he destroys you. Actually, I haven't played Team Fortress 2 in a long time. I've clocked almost 400 hours on that game. I think it's gotten to a point to where I am officially a little sick of that game. And what I want to do here is I want to... Is this gravel? It is indeed gravel. I didn't think it was dirt. So, cool. We have a lot of gravel. I do indeed think that we have found a pretty cool little place. Lots of gravel, lots of dirt, lots of stone. We have a cool little house being built. All this good stuff. Oh, I'm out of a shovel. I didn't prepare for that. As a matter of fact, we should go back to our little candlelit room with a nice table. I feel like I'm in Spice and Wolf right now, and if any of you know what that is, I love you, because that is probably one of my favorites. I'm not gonna tell you what favorite, because if I do that, then you'll probably go and look for it and you'll understand. But it's definitely one of my favorites. That's all I'm going to say. So we're making progress in the Minecraft world. We have a stone shovel. This is what the modern caveman uses, kind of like, you know, a glass house, kind of along those lines. If that's a lot. Alright, so I want to do something, and I'm not sure how to do it. I kind of want to create a little bit of a wall slash dam kind of area. So I want like this to be completely dry, but I want this, on the other hand, to be almost walled off. Per se, I want to create a giant wall, kind of like Ghost Gate, I think that's what it was called in Morrowind. Does anybody remember that? Because that was a cool wall. And I remember if you went to Ghost Gate, in one of the rooms actually in that place, there was a guy with some sick armor. And it was indeed cool, and I indeed liked it. I think now that we've done that, we can probably actually cut this out, because I don't like how it looks.